Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to an all-new reaction and review. Tonight, guys, I'm taking a look at something that, well, first of all, tonight's film's actually kind of recent. It was made last year, well, I am just really psyched because of the premise. Tonight's film is called Rubber. Now, for those of you who don't know what in the hell Rubber is, allow me to first say that a lot of people were commenting on my review of Deathbed, saying that I was setting my sights a little bit too high. I was setting my expectations too high for a film about a bed that eats people. Well, my hopes are even higher on a film about a tire that kills people with psychic powers. That very premise alone should win a fucking trophy for coolest premise of any film ever. But I don't know if they're actually going to be able to make it work. So I really have high hopes because I actually saw the trailer for this movie and it looked absolutely fantastic. So I am going into this one and I am hoping for the absolute best. And I am not going to sit here and gab on. I really want to watch this. So, without further ado, it's time to kick back, relax, and check out Rubber. Well, guys, we finally get to see this tire move, and well, minus the fact that you could see the cameraman's shadow in that, last shot. It actually is a really cool effect. Like, really, this actually is kind of sort of impressive looking. The hell is that tire doing? Okay, I've never seen a tire actually wobble like that. It's probably not a good sign. Sounds... Oh. So the tire's first victim was a old beer bottle. That was kind of cool, actually. Holy shit. Okay, I never thought I would see a film where I watch a tiny rabbit explode and I would laugh, but that was fucking amazing, dude. Okay, I believe that it is now official. Watching this tire blow up small animals will never get old. I just saw it blow up what looked to be a crow. And it was just as funny as when he blew up the fucking rabbit. I'm actually starting to like this. I believe our tire is going to get its first taste of human flesh. Oh yes. Sounds building up. Oh yeah! Okay, I'm having way too much fun with this fucking movie, man. Okay, guys. This film teaches you a very valuable lesson. If you see a tire in a hotel room, do not throw it out of said room. It could very well come back and blow your head up. That is a very good life lesson to learn. A second. Is the tire just now realizing that it's a tire after seeing its own reflection? That seems kind of stupid, but I guess it actually makes a little bit of sense in some small sort of way. Allow me to ask a really stupid question. If this asshole poisoned all of this food, why the fuck did he eat it? I'm really curious. I mean, because this film is not able to just sort of like brush it away and go, no fucking reason. No, there has to be a reason. Why the fuck would you eat your own poisoned food? God, that makes no fucking sense at all. Wow, apparently the tire's been rather busy. We're seeing tons of headless corpses, and I kind of wish that we actually would have gotten to see these suckers, man. I mean, that actually might have been kind of cool. No way in hell it just ends with the tire being shot off fucking screen. That's bullshit. And apparently the fucking spectators pissed off too. The fuck?
It's not the end.
Tricycle?
It's been reincarnated as a tricycle.
Uh-huh. Wow. That actually was kind of a shitty, like way to end this movie, but actually we'll get to that in just a moment. So, that is Rubber. And, wow. The one thing I can say is I'm disappointed. That's really like the best way I can sum it up is I'm disappointed. Where to even start? Well, first of all, I would like to say that the film started off great, and I loved it. I personally thought it started off, it was really funny, it was really interesting, and it was really inventive. But then the very concept of the film sort of came fucking like crashing down, because the filmmakers, instead of just making a kooky, like, horror comedy about a killer tire, decided to do some bullshit involving some kind of high concept crap where everybody knows that they are in a movie, and rather actually than just sort of have that as a fucking afterthought, it gets dumped front and center, and it brings the movie to a screeching halt. And we now have characters arguing over the film's pacing, which is really funny because that fucking scene drug everything down even more than any other scene, and it really just killed off the mood. I'm gonna tell you guys, this right here is one of those reasons why every single time I hear people say that something is a high concept film, I usually begin to feel a little bit queasy, because there's never anything good that comes out of being a high concept film, okay? This thing, and also now, like, once more, knowing actually that everybody else knows that they are in a movie, it starts off funny. Starts off really cool, and then once more it just bogs down everything else. The acting was actually pretty good, and the special effects involving both the tire and everything which it blows to pieces is great. It is some funny shit. It is funny, and it is well filmed. It looks fantastic. And the writing would have been better if the script writer rather didn't feel the need to keep on going, oh guys, looky, a film, and everybody knows that we are in a film. They also, I guess, noticed early on that there's just tons of shit in this film that make no sense. And rather actually than allow critics to look at it and bitch, they open up the film saying that the whole thing is a huge homage to those moments in film that have no reason to be there. So now, every single question you could ask about the pacing, the quality, and all this other shit can all be easily answered with no reason. Alright? Why in the hell were the cops playing chess on the roof or rather on the hood of one of their cars? No reason. Why in the hell were they poisoning the spectators? No reason. Why in the hell did they have that idiotic twist towards the end? No reason. Why the hell do they do anything in this movie? No reason. I'm sorry. That is bullshit. Okay? You have to fess up when you happen to make a film that is full of glaring plot holes and glaring bullshit that by all rights should not be there if you are a competent filmmaker. And the whole fucking concept, again, it started off cute. It started off kind of sort of interesting. And then the whole film can just be summed up as no reason. So I'm going to use the filmmaker's own thing against them. you have no reason to watch this film. No matter how funny it would be to watch the opening like half an hour or so, where the fucking tire is actually learning of its powers and it's blowing up rabbits and birds and people. Really, you have no reason to watch beyond that. None. In fact, I can tell you the very moment when this film went right off the rails. And it was when the sheriff was trying to tell everybody that they can all go home because the spectators are dead. And all of a sudden he's told that one of them is still alive, and thus the story has to continue. From that second until the end of the film, the mood is completely gone. And everything which made it fun at first is completely history. This film was a massive lost opportunity, okay? If they didn't have in the bullshit involving the spectators, or the garbage about how everybody is all, on to the fact that they are all in a movie. If it didn't have that idiotic prologue at the start about how this film is a fucking homage to no reason. If it didn't have any of that, and if the sheriff was actually a little bit less of a douchebag and perhaps maybe just a fucking, inept fucking weirdo, I could maybe have enjoyed it. I would probably have loved it. But no. This film started off good and it just turned into complete crap. And there's really nothing sadder than seeing a good movie get turned to shit by its own devices. It's really kind of sad. I was really getting fucking ready to honestly announce that this thing was one of the best films I had ever seen. And then, well, I have already told you what happened, and I'm not happy. This film, my God, I have never been this disappointed by any film ever. This thing had me laughing my fucking ass off, and then nothing. Just poof, gone. Nada. Fuck you, game over. I hated that. That feeling just made me a little sick. So, I really wish that I could, recommend this, but I can't. Rubber is a complete train wreck. Oh my God. Almost anybody could have actually written a better script for it. Anybody really could have. And they just needed to cut out all of the high concept crap and just make it a straightforward film about, or rather a straightforward like splatter comedy about a killer tire, and it would have been great. But hey, you know what? That actually sort of what happens when it comes to movies in this series. I sometimes watch them and I'm hoping for the best, and then I watch it and I get shit on it. Just, oh God. I really, really wished that I could say something positive about it beyond, well, the first half hour was really funny. But I can't. This film was a huge letdown, and I'm actually kind of happy now that I downloaded it instead of purchasing it, because this thing would have been a fucking waste of money. And once again, to actually use the filmmaker's own words against them, there is no reason to buy this movie. There is no reason to rent this movie. There is no reason to download this movie. Just avoid it. Or hopefully there are clips on YouTube of the tire blowing up, like blowing up shit, and you'll have fun with that. So, go ahead, guys, and try to find that. With that, we come to the close of another reaction and review. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, take care, and I will see you all in the near future. Peace.